Hello, everyone. It's Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today, we're going to talk about fast food. Before we get into that, let me say welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, or at least hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, just say hi, Bob. All that kind of stuff helps the channel, but if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be great. The primary purpose of this channel is to get the word out about the carnivore diet. That's really what we're all about here. A year ago, I was 150 pounds heavier, and I could barely stand for 2.5 minutes at a time. Now, I'm out walking every day, and if I'm not walking, I'm doing yard work or going to the Y to walk in the pool, or working out with weights. I'm doing a lot of stuff that I never dreamed possible a year ago. But that's for information for another day. Today we're going to talk about fast food because it seems to be a popular trend in the carnivore space. My thoughts on it. First of all, I think you should cook at home whenever possible. It's a lot cheaper. I don't think we should be, every time you drink a beverage from a store, from one of the large corporations, you're supporting that corporation. And I don't think that's something we should do on a regular basis. Now, that being said, I'm not against you eating fast food. I've talked about Runza on this channel before. It's a local restaurant here in Nebraska. It's a chain, but they have, it's a chain, but it's based out of Nebraska, and they have very good burger patties. I think what we need to understand is that we shouldn't be eating out for fast food. Let me back that up. I don't think going out to McDonald's or Wendy's or Runza or any of those other places should be a destination. We shouldn't get up in the morning planning on eating at those places. However, if you're traveling or your day goes wrong or, whatever happens to you throughout the day, if you find yourself in the situation where you are hungry and you're not going to make it till when you get home, then having the knowledge of what you can order at a place like McDonald's or Wendy's or Runza is very good information to have. Just like knowing, what your local gas station has, which of their sandwiches are the cleanest, take the bread off of it and just eat the stuff in the middle, or any of that kind, or stopping in at a grocery store and knowing, okay, these aren't the best, but this lunch meat and this lunch meat is good, and I can get this kind of sliced cheese, put it all together, and make myself a meal out of that. So while I am not in favor of places like McDonald's and Wendy's and Runza being a destination, I've always gone out of my way to show that I'm not dogmatic on this. I had a gal that was eating chocolate every day for a little bite of chocolate for dessert. I think that's perfectly okay. If doing that one little thing keeps you on track for the rest of the day, then by all means do it. So I'm not standing up here on my high horse saying, don't ever eat at McDonald's or Wendy's or Runza. Don't do that. You should always cook at home, because life happens. We're all humans, and life will get in the way. But just having the knowledge to know what you can get away with in a pinch if you have to, I think that's very important information. So I guess I'm not really coming down on one side or the other of this argument. I don't think, like I said, I don't think going to a restaurant like McDonald's or Wendy's or Runza as a plan when you leave the house is such a good plan, because you could have made up some burger patties ahead of time and taken them with you in a plastic baggie in your in your car. I just don't think it's a great idea. But again, things happen. And do I think there's anything wrong with eating, like McDonald's burger patties? Well, no, obviously not. I mean, look at Miss Kelly Hogan. Mrs. Actually, she's married, has kids. That's neither here nor there. But, when she was a school teacher, she spent a great deal of her time in the first 10 years or so just running through the McDonald's drive-thru and getting 4 or 5 or 6 burger patties because it worked for her. It fit her lifestyle. And there's obviously nothing wrong with them. And she did that because it was easy. It was quick. She didn't have time to cook because she was, a working mom, school teacher, and all that stuff. So, life does get in the way. So just keep that in mind. I'm not coming down on any channels, and I'm not coming down on any people. Because if what you want to do is, eat McDonald's and Wendy's and Runza, if that's what works for you, by all means. If you find something that's working for you, you should stick to it. But I still think you should probably cook at home a lot more often if you're one of these people that's eating out a lot. But that's what I've got to say about that subject today, folks. I did want to have one other quick subject. I don't know if you're familiar, there's a lot of chat AIs out there. And one of the popular YouTubers I watch out of Amsterdam, she's basically a concert photographer, but she does a lot of instructional videos on how to use technology like Premiere Pro and cameras and that kind of stuff. But she was talking about one of the chat AIs that she'd been playing around with. So I thought, that sounds okay. I'll go out and take a look at it. We're up against a lot of stuff here, folks. And now the chat AIs are in on it with them. Because I just went out, checked it out, and said, tell me about the Carnivore Diet. And it came back with, of course, the first couple answers were the basics that I would talk about, but then it went on to talk about all the stupid stuff that there's no science behind. It talked about, you might get vitamin C deficiency and get scurvy. It said certainly not getting any fiber in your diet. You should need some carbohydrates for, I don't even remember what all it said, but it went through all of the things that you hear people on the other side of the aisle spouting almost on a daily basis. So I just thought I'd let you know that not only are, big food and big pharma against us, the AI systems they're coming out with are also getting in on the act of bashing the carnivore space. So my advice is just keep on doing what's working. Just like I said earlier in the video, if you got something that's working, keep on doing it. Don't listen to what other people say. Just understand what we're up against in the space. And most of the information out there is designed to scare you away from the carnivore diet because they want you sick. They want you eating all the sugary crap. They want you spending your money at fast food places. They want you spending your money in the center of the grocery store where all the boxes of stuff are with the brightly colored packages so that you get sick and addicted, and they have no interest in you being healthy. So just do what you know is right. And welcome to the 1st of June. I meant to say that, several minutes ago when we first got started on this video. Welcome to the 1st of June. We're not having any serious June challenges because we do enough of that on all the other things that we watch. My June challenge is to just stay the course. If you have a slip up, don't beat yourself up about it, and just continue to strive to get 1% better today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.